in the rivers of the north, southeastern U.S. About 30 of the species are now extirpated or have become extinct probably because of one single reason. Anybody want to speculate on that?
Pollution?
Pollution.
Mm-hmm.
Our streams have become gutters of our spoils of our society, basically. And so everything we don't want, all the pollution, all the heavy metals, we flush our toilets, all that stuff goes down into the river systems. And these guys are filter feeders, which means that they live in the substrate, down in the sands, and they filter in water, and whatever's in the water is what these mussels are eating.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's polluted water, which there really aren't any streams in the United States today that are clean without pollution. And so these mussels are bioaccumulating that stuff in their tissues. And some of the mussels can live up to 80 years. Some of the big three-ridge mussels that you find in the Ohio River get huge, and they can be really, really old. So they live a long time, and they accumulate a lot of these heavy metals and stuff like that. Scientists are studying mussels because they're immune to cancer. And they don't know why, but even though these mussels can be in an area where they get hammered with heavy metals, dioxins, they can consume all this stuff, they never develop cancer like other animals do and like we do. It affects them in their reproduction and some other other problems. Dams have also caused the decline of mussels in many rivers, dredging and things of that sort. But anybody want to speculate what the most endangered animal in North America is? What do you think it is? You think it's the bald eagle?
No.
The American alligator?
No.
It's this animal right here. Mussels are the most endangered animal in North America, and of 300 species, 30 have been extirpated, annihilated, and probably half of the mussel fauna in the U.S. is imperiled or on the verge of extinction, listed as threatened, endangered, sensitive. So most of our mussels are in serious trouble because of our waterways. Okay. The other thing that's really interesting are the aquatic snails. And I always tell people the way to tell an aquatic snail from a land snail is that aquatic snails, if you take that and try to break it with your fingertips, you can't do it because they're so much heavier. The shells are so much thicker than land snails. And if you were to take that tree snail I gave you, you could break that between your fingertips. You might get cut, but you could do it. So anyway, they're much, much heavier. And you can pass this around and feel the weights of these things as compared to the land snail. Okay? Any questions about those things? Interestingly, when you get it down into the tropics, aquatic snails and freshwater mussels are not very common down here. The Bladen has maybe 1 or 2 species of mussels. If you were to go to a river in West Virginia, like, is there the Elk River? No?
No.
What's a river? New River.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. That might have, at one time, probably 25, 30 species of mussels in it, and as compared to down here. So the tropics do not have high diversities of these things. Okay?
The Cheat River, I know you've done work on the Cheat, you said?
The Cheat River's been hammered. It's a mess. And it's badly polluted, so the mussel fauna there's maybe a few species, but they're endangered.
This is mine runoff primarily?
Finished a project on the Monongahela River.
Oh, well, there you can tell more.
And we found 7 species, and pretty much it was one species more than anything else. About 90% must have found one species, and we found 1 or 2 individuals.
Drainage and stuff like that.
Other rivers that are healthier.
Yeah, and the richest river on Earth is in Tennessee. It's called the Clinch River. At one time, it had upwards to 70 species of mussels in it, and so it's an incredible. Even today, it's incredibly diverse in terms of mussels. I mean, you can go there, and muskrats like to eat mussels. And if you go down the Clinch River on a canoe trip in Virginia or Tennessee, there are just piles of mussels.